The Embodied Performance Podcast, episode 42. I'm Nick Markey, Beach Barbell, Wilmington, North Carolina, physical therapy, strength training, gym, coming very, very soon. Actually just laid down the rubber floors yesterday. That went pretty well. Now just we'll be getting things organized, getting the last few pieces of equipment. My hope is to start bringing people in there for some training end of the week. This is the week of October 14th. Today's the 15th. End of the week, starting next week, getting people working out, lifting, great stuff. Remember, we have a launch promo and charity drive with Health Possible. If you sign up before November 1st, we'll donate $50 to Health Possible Incorporated. They're a cool organization, does fitness financial aid. Please check out beachbarbell.com for details. Thank you. All right. Today's talk I am going to do for Truth Tuesday is, do you need to sweat to get a good workout? I think you see a lot of people where they'll show how much they sweat as a measure that they've worked really hard. You see that with a lot of sort of fitness testimonials of, look how much I sweat, I worked so hard. And it obviously could certainly be very, very true that they did work very hard. But the sweat isn't necessarily a prerequisite for that. All sweat is, to be truthful, is a way for your body to cool down. Personally, I sweat when I eat buffalo wings. Sometimes very much. And it looks like I could have just worked out, or it looks like I may have just walked in some extreme heat or something. Now, obviously, those buffalo wings are hot, the whatever they put in them, cayenne or whatever. So my body's trying to figure out a way to cool myself down by sweating. I don't know how efficient that necessarily is. Because I'm sitting and eating. I'm not like walking around and with, air and whatever the environment around to help cool me off. But yeah, so basically your body sweats to try to help cool you down. And then, air breezes against you, or as you're moving, the air breezes against you. Sort of evaporates that water, it kind of cools you down a little bit. So that's really all sweat is for, more or less. So sweating when you exercise, obviously your body temperature is increasing. But, it's not necessarily like a correlate to exactly the amount of work you're doing, because some people might just do a little bit of work and start sweating. I met plenty of people like that where, you just start moving a little bit and they start to get, drenched. And then some people barely sweat at all. And they could be working actually pretty dang hard. So, and I think it kind of makes it seem like your goal is to sweat. Like, you have the people that, they don't see it much anymore, but, would wear almost look like garbage bags. They're running around in the black, like plastic looking suits, to sweat, and you're basically just losing water weight and, potentially getting dehydrated, which is not really a good thing. Or, I remember when I tried wrestling, they used to make us work out and they'd turn up the heat to 85 plus or whatever, and have us run around and work it around. I mean, that was horrible to me. I know there's hot yoga and other type of things where it's like the emphasis is on the heat. And I mean, I won't say that it's, pointless. I mean, I'm sure, honestly, to me, it's more of like a comfort thing. Maybe some people really like that. But is it necessary, or does it add any sort of special benefit beyond just, maybe just being enjoyable for certain people? I don't think so. I don't write off it being enjoyable, because that is a very important part of some sort of training regime, is that you should probably enjoy it. Because you're going to be, hopefully doing it for a long time. So the more you enjoy it, the more consistent you'll be with it, and, actually like enjoy your time. Enjoying your life is a good thing. So that's my big caveat there, is that I don't think it really has some sort of massive physiological benefit, but if you really enjoy it, like you enjoy the hot yoga or whatever, hot, sweating type thing, then, go for it. If that is what keeps you engaged, like you just love it, then hell, go for it. Now, you should be hydrating a lot more. You should be, probably pre-hydrating, middle hydrating, and after hydrating, because you're losing a lot of water. And so it's important to get that replenished. Of course, if you're also eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, that's helpful for hydration as well. So kind of a mix of that, and making sure you're getting, appropriate amounts of sodium. That helps kind of retain water. You can generally get that from your diet, but I know some people go out of the way to not eat sodium. That's, again, not smart. You need sodium, salt. So the main point is that, does sweating equal hard work? And the answer is not necessarily. It can be, but not necessarily. In fact, if your muscles actually work harder when it's colder, which makes sense because they're trying to keep you warm. But I don't know if you need to go do cold workouts now. Honestly, I think, I like just personally a nice climate controlled room to work out in, so it's just comfortable. It doesn't need to be too cold or too hot or anything. Maybe just not too far off of whatever just room temperature is. Now, obviously, having some sort of climate control system, because as people are working out and, kind of pumping out some heat, you probably want something to bat against that a little bit, I think. Obviously, if you're in kind of a hot yoga class or hot workout class or whatever, and I guess they turn on the heat. Again, to me, it just does not sound pleasant at all from my experience of working out in such things, and just having, days of football summers where, back in the Bay Area, it was, some days you had over 100. That was god awful. Wearing football pads and running around in the heat like that. Oh my God. Terrible. But, working out in a gym where it's climate controlled, comfortable, love it. That doesn't mean you have to go the other way either. That's not my point of this, is that you need to work out in the cold, like the Nordic people that, run around and jump in the snow in their underwear. Not necessary either. Unless you really like it. Again, I don't want to undersell that fact. If you really like something and it's, not dangerous or like deadly, then just go for it. Enjoy it. Enjoy what you do. You should be working out probably, I don't know, almost every day, if not every day. And it should be something that you actually, are into and enjoy. And there's thousands of ways to do it. There's lots of different places that, if you're just talking about lifting weights, I think everybody should lift weights, but there's so many different gyms, different places, different cultures, different peoples, different groups. You got to find one that you feel like you fit in and you enjoy, and it keeps you coming, because the important part is just the consistency. So if you sweat a little bit during it, that's okay. If it gets hot, all right, no biggie. Doesn't have to be, like I said, but enjoy it. All right. Well, it's a loud truck next to me, so I think this will be a good cue to stop. I don't know what the heck it's so loud for. Anyway, so Truth Tuesday. Do you need to sweat to exercise? Do you need to sweat, or does sweat, equal hard workout? Maybe not. Again, probably most of my answers on these are going to be ambiguous because the truth is not always so clear, but whatever. Okay. So I think that'll be a good place to stop for today. Heading to the gym right now, heading to our gym, actually. Going to do the first workout, so we'll post those videos, just brief video. So if you're interested in joining, please go to beachbarbell.com, reach out, shoot me an email, call me, text me, whatever. And then remember, if you join before November 1st, we donate $50 to Health Possible Incorporated per member that joins. And you get the launch promo, some cool gear to get end your year off right. All right. Well, reach out if you need me. Thank you. Bye.